morning, and welcome to Winnipeg. Cold Winnipeg. Not the coldest place in the world, I've found out. I have been informed, but cold. Minus 22.3. Stuck my head out the door this morning, and when I opened the door, it sort of creaked. Creaked and crackled. And I looked around and I saw my car out there, and I'm thinking, do I really want to go out Christmas Day over to the daughters for Christmas dinner? Well, I do, but I want to do it in the summertime. Couldn't we have summer? Couldn't we have Christmas in the summer like our friends in Australia? Yeah, anyway, okay. I looked around again for the M27 that we lost here yesterday, from right there, and I couldn't find it. So I checked the manual this morning, and it turns out that we do need all 8 of them if we're, it calls for all 8. Sometimes if you have say 2 sprues, and each sprue has 4 on them, so you end up with 4 pieces. Well, in this case, we had 4 sprues and 2 on each sprue. But sometimes you only need 7. But it's easier for them to just make, they make 8, and you've got an extra one. I run into that quite a bit. Yeah, but we do need all 8. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the side that is going to be against the back of the case. That'll be where we're going to have one missing. That's the way it goes. There's going to be so much of this sort of stuff on there that nobody's going to really notice unless they're counting them specifically. Okay, today I'd like to at least get all of step number 9 done. That will take us from the bow right to midships here. And I don't see why we shouldn't, except for that one piece that needs to be painted. I was noticing that we need a J5, and there's only one J5 left. What happened to all the rest of them? Where do we put them? What did we put the J5s on? Anyway, I'll figure it out. That's puzzling. Yeah, there it is. J5. One J5. It actually goes right here, I believe. Well, where did all the rest go? Because it looks like there was a total of 9 of them altogether, and is there another section that we built for this ship? That's really got me puzzled. It should be on the deck. Okay, doesn't take much to throw me for a loop, does it? Okay, let's carry on here. Okay, problem is solved. Took about 5 minutes to solve it, though. And that is, when I grabbed this J5 here that's in my hand, I got it, I guess, I must have got all the extra pieces that I had left over from the Rodney. Remember I was saying earlier that you sometimes have an extra piece? Well, these were all used on the Rodney. And this is not the J5 in question. You can just barely read it. It says J5 right there. That's this piece right here. Okay. And we only need one of them. And we haven't lost it yet. Okay, let's carry on here. Okay, all of this stuff is left over from the Rodney. If you'll recall, the Rodney and the Nelson shared a lot of parts in their various kits. And the Nelson required a lot more of these, if you remember, than the Rodney did. So we got a lot of extras here of these. But they're painted the 56, and I should have picked up on that. However, I was noticing a few moments ago that this one right here is very similar to the one that we're missing here. It's similar. All we have to do is paint it. Well, maybe this one's even closer. I don't know. All we have to do is paint it the 66, so that it matches. And I think we're pretty good to go, as long as I remember to do it when the time comes. Okay, now let's put our J5 on, and being as we've been talking about it, get it out of the way, even though it may not be the next thing in the list. Okay, as it turns out, it is the next thing on the list. That fits nicely. Okay. I was going to see if I can put just a tiny bit of extra thin on there. Well, yeah, right. Tiny bit, eh, Ron? Tiny bit. Well, I think that's going to, yeah, I think that's going to be okay once that evaporates. Yeah, once it evaporates, it should get, yeah. Okay, I've already pulled these off. K24 goes on this side, and if you notice, there's a couple of little marks right there. I'm pretty sure that's the way where they're supposed to go. So we'll put it on there, and the 25 goes on the other side right here. Now you will notice that there are places here where stuff has to go, but strangely enough we don't drop that down until we get to step 11, and maybe it's a case if there was just too much stuff to get all on in one step. It would have been too cluttered. Now, oh, wait a minute here. Yeah, this is one of those they're kind of shaped differently, so that it has to go this way, I believe. Yeah, that's right. I actually remember talking about that when we were getting these pieces off. I was wondering why they were shaped the way they are, and then I had concluded it's because part of it sits on top of the gunnel, and the other part actually goes down onto the deck. Okay, maybe I'll just sort of recompose here a little bit. Okay, I have the macro lens on right now, but I am quite a ways back with it, so. And what I plan to do here is I want to use the Tamiya regular glue, which is a little bit thicker, but I don't want to be using that real heavy duty applicator. So I'm going to use one of Gabe's swabs here. I got lots of them. I do realize that glue is going to ruin the swab, but that's all right. So let's just take our time here now. Yeah, I'm afraid if I try to put it on with the applicator, it's just going to get all over the place. Okay, now put this down carefully. Okay, now I just want a little bit on there. Okay, very carefully now. I have a lot more working time with this glue than the extra thin. Okay. I can't really see this one too good, but I think it's straight. So let me check the monitor. Yeah, it's not bad. Okay. Let's move further back. Okay, I just realized I have put those in the wrong place. They were supposed to go up here. Now, let's see if I can carefully break them off. Well, I'm sure glad the plastic hadn't crystallized. That was stupid. Okay, let's not do that again. Okay, these are the pieces that are supposed to go here. My glue is kind of hardened here now. Maybe I can kind of scrub it down. Whoops. Do I have this one the right way? Yeah. Okay, now we need a couple more M2s. And they're actually going to go like right here. Yeah, it's sort of defined, but not as quite as clear as, it's not, you can sort of see where it's supposed to go. The other one's going to go right here. Okay, that looked like it's straight. I think it's supposed to go right up against the gunnel, actually. Alright. Now maybe this one will put a little bit less on. Maybe that wasn't enough. Oh yeah, that's enough. I can see it's kind of oozing out from the side there just a little bit. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Okay, let's not mess with it now. Alright, now we need a couple of K37s. There's one. And there's the other. And you'll notice that there are little pins on the bottom. They got to go into those little holes there. I'm just going to do a dry run here. I want to make sure it's going to fit first. Yeah, okay. Now, what kind of glue should I use there? See, I don't want to use a glue that's going to, run down on the deck. Oops. Sorry, Tony, I dropped your tweezers. Okay, it's a good thing I can cut out the nonsense here. That won't come off. What's the matter here? Oh, that's too much. It's either too much or too little. No, I don't have all day. What's the problem? Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, stop poking at it. Okay, K5s. Now I better check. Are they supposed to go in this hole or this hole? Where's my manual? I thought I knew before I started here. I don't think I need the tweezers for these. Oh, maybe I should have done a dry run. Doesn't want to go. There it goes. Okay. Okay, now we need a couple of more M30s, and they're going to go like right here. And right here. It went down in the crack, didn't it? Well, I guess that's alright, as long as the gunnel stays a little bit wet. Yeah, I'll just try and put a little bit more on there. Okay. Now I'll use Tony's tweezers here. Doesn't look quite straight to me. I'm looking more or less straight down on it. Alright. So, now how big are those in relation to a real sailor? Well, we have Gabe's perspective tool here, don't we? Okay. Yeah. Those things were pretty big. Maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to file down the bottom of that plastic rod so that when I put it down on the deck, his feet are actually on the deck. He's about a millimeter too high there. Not complaining, Gabe. Not complaining. Okay, G10. I think once I get a little bit of extra thin working its way in there. And where's number 13? I lost it. Oh, here we go. Okay. G10 and G13. This is a pretty tight fit, isn't it? Okay, let's put some extra thin on that and let the extra thin dissolve the paint. I'm going to come in from the back. Okay, does that look like it's going down? Put a little bit more on it. It's not wicking its way out onto the deck as bad as I thought it would here. Okay, now you can see where there's a bit of a border around the outside of these things, and I'm going to if I could put some weight on there just to hold that down after I get the glue on. I'll put the glue on, just not going to necessarily do the whole thing, just yeah, there's going to be lots. Now there are parts that have to go inside there. Now I think that's probably going to meld. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be messing around with it because I'm just going to smear it. I'm just going to allow you can see how it's melding together, and I can see when that evaporates, it's going to be reasonably strong. Reasonably strong. I just looked in the monitor here. It looks like it's up on this side. Okay, that's good. Okay, J33. I think I'm going to do it the same way. It seemed to work pretty good. And J40. Looks like a little piece of flashing or something there on the bottom. And I'm just going to take a second and nip that off. Okay, that's some better. Alright, let's do our extra thin thing again. I'm trying not to cover up the action with my fingers here, but sometimes it doesn't work too good. This one's not going all the way in. Get a little bit more on there. There, I think that did it. Sort of. Well, not really. Maybe what I should have done was saturated the slot before. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do on this one. I'm going to put some extra thin dung in the slot. And that way. But I think we basically got it here. Pushing down quite hard, actually. I wonder if we should. Let's see, how does that check the monitor? Oh, that's all right. Okay. All right, here we go. This time we're going to put it in the slot. Yeah, that actually worked a lot better. There's more of these things that have to go on. I'll have to remember that. Put the glue in the slot first. Now, I don't think I'm going to be putting any more glue around the outside. These things are not going to fall out of there, even though I realize that it is not glued like here and here onto the deck, that is. Okay, let's move back. Okay, I've got you swung around almost 180 degrees. You're looking towards the bow now instead of the stern. And we got these things here. And they're supposed to go like this. And I think once again what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glue in the slot. And then we will reposition. And what these things are is they are pedestals for some kind of a, I'm not sure what it is, I forget now. Okay, let's get our extra thin on. Give it lots of time to make that slot soft. Okay, I don't think I'm going to put any more on. Okay, I just want to make sure they're straight up and down. I think they are. I realize that it's kind of oozed out all over the place there. Yeah, I don't think I need to try and glue this part that we just put on to the splinter rail. I think it's gonna, once it's, yeah, it's gonna be strong enough. Okay, quit poking at it. Okay, G17 and G18. And I think what we'll do is soften the slot again. Whoops. I didn't do too good that time, did I? Okay. Sorry about my fingers here. No, this one here. Why can't I get that? Okay, Tony's tweezers to the rescue. Hope I'm not getting my fingers blocking your view there. Probably I did. Okay, this one went down really good, but this one here is... Well, let's just leave it. Once it hardens, it should be good. Okay. We have worked our way back to the breakwater that I forgot to paint. So there's not a whole lot we can do about that until it's painted. I think what we'll do is put these in place. So I don't think we need to reposition. I think we're about as good as we can possibly get here. I'm going to try the extra thin. Okay, let that soften. Maybe I should have done a dry run here. Oh. I kind of got it wicked out on the deck, didn't I? Well, I'm going to have to use the panel line accent color on that. Yeah, on this side too. But we'll let that dry, and then I'll touch it up with the panel line accent color, and I think it'll... Oh, where's one of Gabe's swabs here? Yeah, run. Okay, we got a bit ahead of ourselves here by about, I guess, 30 millimeters. And we missed an M30. Supposed to be one on this side and another one in exactly the same place on the other side. Okay, I think that's okay. And I'm just going to do the other one on the other side off camera. You know, I should really go and do some editing. I haven't done any editing since first thing this morning, and I have no idea how much I've got here, so. Yeah, I'm sitting in front of the computer here right now, and I've been editing this out for quite a while. And there was a lot more than I thought. And it's later than I thought. And I'm getting kind of tired. So I'm going to call her quits for today. Thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.